While police chases in movies often seem to be flawless, real-life pursuits can take unexpected turns. In Forsyth County, Georgia, a deputy decided to pull over an SRT Hellcat for allegedly weaving between lanes. The driver cooperated, but right when the officer went to ask for documents, he took off. With the time being 3 in the morning and little to no traffic, the police officer decided to chase the Hellcat driver and clocked him going at speeds of nearly 140 miles per hour. But there's no car faster than radios and backup, and eventually the driver gave up.
You hurt?
Thankfully, no one was injured, and the man at the wheel was 23-year-old Lamont Rashid, who was charged with attempting to elude, reckless driving, and 6 other counts of traffic infractions. A man named Josie from Wisconsin followed a girl in Walmart and touched her inappropriately. When the mother learned about this, she started chasing him across the store, but he was able to outrun her. That's when the police got involved and not only found out who the man was, but they were able to obtain surveillance footage. So they decided to pay an unexpected visit to the restaurant he worked at.
Does the name Josie ring a bell?
Yes.
Is he here?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta talk to him. I need to talk to you about an incident where you're my suspect. Okay. Do you have any idea what I'm referring to? Okay. You ever been to the Onalaska Walmart?
Times, but I usually Target.
Okay. In May, we got a complaint from a parent and a young girl at the Walmart in Onalaska that involves you. Anything ring a bell to that? Okay.
Despite Josie denying being involved in this incident, one can see him tense up and get flustered when showed surveillance footage of himself at the store.
Do you agree that this is you? No? Okay. Is this your truck?
Definitely not.
No? Is that something you've ever driven?
No, I don't even have a topper on my truck.
Okay.
Mine's an extended cab.
You don't think that resembles you in the slightest? No?
I'm not gonna agree to that.
And well, as if there wasn't enough evidence already that he was guilty, he decided to run and add a charge of resisting an officer.
Put your hands behind your back. Dominic, you got a taser? Stop! You stop! Stop! Get on the ground!
Traffic spikes are some of the most effective instruments for stopping cars, especially at high speeds, due to the rapid deflation causing the drivers to lose control of the car. But this suspect in a stolen vehicle against all odds was able to make it over 45 minutes on just the rims, since the tires were blown out. He quite literally drove until the wheels fall off.
He is back on Olympic Boulevard as that rim continues to light up the neighborhood. Finding halt here, it looks like, along Alvarado Street, just shy of Olympic Boulevard, and this might be it. He's pushing the pedal to the metal, and the car is not cooperating. It looks like this has come to a dead stop on Alvarado Street.
Sadly for the KTLA anchor, the suspected manager to outsmart the news helicopter by noticing a similar car behind him and letting him go first through the tunnel.
That's the wrong car. Look, he stops quickly. Then there goes the car.
Thankfully, the police eventually was able to safely catch the person. Joel Delgado was being brought into a courtroom to face multiple charges that, if found guilty, would get him many years in prison. Little did the deputy taking him to court know that he had been planning his escape since his arrest, where he claimed he was injured because of an accident and needed a wheelchair. But to the deputy's surprise, just as he was escorting him into the court, Joel made a miraculous recovery and went on the run.
Oh!
I'ma catch you, baby.
To no avail, the deputy searched for the suspect in the area and even asked help from people going their way on the street.
My damn radio came out. Hold on. The wheelchair dude ran. He had a neck brace on and all that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Didn't need that wheelchair very much, did he?
Hell no.
Thankfully, a few hours later, he was apprehended and taken back to the courtroom, in which he added a third-degree escape to his charges. With there being more bicycles in the Netherlands than people, it's no surprise that it is the preferred method of transportation for the police. Surprisingly, this man was able to make the chase last 25 minutes. A police chase that looks straight out of a Hollywood movie happened when their getaway turned into a joyride, with the suspects deciding to put the top down and even do donuts on the streets. It even got to the point that the suspects were taking pictures with fans and giving out high fives.
For a few selfies and some high fives. Fortunately for police, the two surrendered without resisting and with no reported injuries.
A thief fell victim to Los Angeles traffic and had to resort to his second getaway transportation, a longboard, which he didn't even know how to ride, and decided to give up on it 5 seconds later.
From officers in hot pursuit on foot.
And as if things can't get any weirder, a hero in a red pickup truck blocks the sidewalk so he can't keep running when he's finally arrested.
As police were closing in, the same red pickup cut him off and practically pinned him.
And who's this random hero in the red truck? Louis from Operation Repo.
Luis Lou Pizarro used to run around dramatizing car repossessions.
What seemed to be the end of a long police chase with a train blocking the way, the suspect instead saw an opportunity and hopped on the train for a ride.
The suspect hopped onto a train and for a short stint rode the train, then hopped off the train once it stopped, then got out and ran in a neighborhood. Now, CMPD's chopper has been searching the area, just looking and...
When authorities started chasing a Rolls-Royce on the freeway, they were quick to call the LAPD helicopter to track the driver's every move. And even ABC News station had reporters live on the air as well. But in a completely unexpected turn of events, the Rolls-Royce driver entered a street that doubles up as the entrance of a parking structure and disappeared.
LAPD in this because clearly now he's
He made
off the
another
freeway.
right turn on a street.
Now he's under that walkway there.
He went into a parking structure.
Well, it's a parking structure, or isn't that a street that comes out on the other side? So there we are. He might be coming out here. If he's going to be there, but or he could have gotten out and gotten into that area.
But it seems like this person has ditched that vehicle and may just be one of those few that gets away.
Thankfully, no one was injured, but when several burglary suspects were fleeing the scene, a CHP officer made a textbook perfect pit maneuver that resulted in the chase ending safely.
Enabling that vehicle for now. We'll see if there's anything left in the tank there. He has come to a complete stop. He is now facing southbound, face to face with these 3 CHP units. Head on now with it.
After a man stole a vehicle, the police were instantly notified and started following the thief. But in the name of safety, police suspended a car chase in favor of following the subject via helicopter. Luckily for the LAPD, the man did not notice the helicopter and just drove around the city and ditched the stolen car on the street and calmly walked away like nothing happened.
Is calling it out, saying we got a suspect out there, red hat, shorts, getting out of the vehicle, and I don't know why those officers aren't swooping in. They might not understand that he's in the alleyway, but he has no kind of rush. He seems to be extremely calm about this and just kind of walking away from that vehicle.
He jumped out of a car in an alleyway. Now police are coming up to this officer, and the suspect is not putting up any fight as he put his hands behind his head.
According to Fort Worth police policy at the time, officers were not allowed to pass and block a vehicle during a chase because it can result in an accident. A suspected dealer of illicit substances knew this, and when he got caught, instead of booking it, just slowly rolled down the highway for 2 hours.
Sirens. They even put out spike sticks. No dice. Hours passed.
Okay, this man was doing too much to just be arrested 10 minutes later. When an officer clocked a woman going 14 miles over the speed limit using his radar, he went to pull her over, and instead of stopping, the driver attempted to flee and allegedly went near 140 miles per hour until she had to stop because she ran out of gas.
Turn the music down. Why are you driving like that? 137 miles per hour?
Like, so then why'd you pull over, or why would you go back westbound? She said to get away from the officer. She said she ran out of gas, so she stopped here.
Oh shit. That's unlucky.
In perhaps one of the strangest police chases, a very civilized suspect drove at the speed limit and headed to a huge mall in an attempt to lose the cops inside the stores.
I guess they were still closed. Maybe he's going to go back over to the car.
What the suspect didn't think is that malls are usually not open at 8 in the morning, so he went back to his car where the chase continued.
A couple of, there's other ones coming around.
All right.
Yeah, they're going to try to box him in. Are they going to actually physically...
That's not good.
The chase finally came to an end when the cops managed to guide him to a dead end in Chico Avenue.
Looks like a dead end. Definitely a dead end. So this is now they've got this guy kind of cornered.
There's two huge boulders right there, so he's boxed in.
Yeah.
In Phoenix, Arizona, an SUV capabilities were put to the test when a high-speed pursuit went off-roading on Salt River Reservation farmland.
For everyone outside of Arizona right now, I bet you didn't think there was this much green. Again, he's finding new dirt roads. Are saying now in the chat that this is a new commercial. If he could power, he can't. We got it, now we're running. We had multiple, we had a lot of people in there.
Riding a horse can be legal in some states if the equestrian rides on the right-hand side of the road, with traffic flow and follows all posted signage, but definitely not allowed on highways, since the horse cannot follow the minimum speed limit and could be a hazard for everyone involved. A man riding a horse refused to stop for the police, and even a SWAT car had to be called.
Someone's gonna get home and be like, honey, I was just really late. I'm well, why? Well, there was a man on a horse riding on the expressway. No, okay, we'll turn on the news. Yeah, we're not making it up.
Hopefully come to some sort of a conclusion at this point.
And well, surprisingly, this is not the only time the police had to pull over someone with an animal. With 2 weeks ago in Nebraska, an onlooker reported a man driving with a full-size bull named Howdy Doody in the passenger seat. Surprisingly, he was let go with just a warning.
The occupant of the vehicle was identified as Lee Meyer of Neely. The Watusi bull's name was Howdy Doody.